You bought your gun, you got everything you needed, your safety equipment, your guns, your ammo, your loader, your holster, your bag. You've done a little bit of training in your house, dry fire safely, and you're getting ready to go to the range for the first time. Things to expect and things to bring, what to do. So if you've never been, good thing to do is reach out to somebody else that you know is a shooter and has gone. Ask them to take you. Believe it or not, these everybody usually is interested in bringing in new shooters and helping them out. So it's hard to find somebody that doesn't want to take somebody and show them some things. So uh, set up an appointment with somebody to take you, to go with you, and go from there. But some things to consider when you go with them or if you go on your own. Um, so what you want to do is I usually prepare the night before. So I make sure I have my bag and I have everything needed to go to the range the next morning, the next day, whatever. So my bag's packed, my guns that I'm gonna be shooting are in there. I take my mags, I start loading my mags the night before so that when I get to the range, I can hang my targets and I can go. So prep the night before. I feel that that's very important. Save you some time that morning and make sure everything, you don't show up at the range and realize you forgot something. And then the morning of, kind of go through real quick and check and make sure you have everything you need. But prep the night before. Make sure your gun's there. If it needs to be clean, clean it. Load your mags. Store your mags. Do not put your magazines in your gun. Don't walk in there with a loaded gun. Don't be that person. So get your bag set up. Um, remove your dummy rounds and put them somewhere. Put them in a pocket. Separate them. You don't want to go up to your lane and go to shoot and you have dummy rounds in your chamber, which you should have cleared this after the last video while you were dry firing. You should have cleared and made sure you didn't have any dummy ammunition in there either. But in case you did, you still did, the night before, check that. Make sure the gun is empty, your mags are loaded, stuff them in your bag, separate them, take your gun, put it in the holster. This is where the holster comes important to having one. Holster up your gun, unloaded, cleared, put it in your bag, put your ammo, and let's go from there. So, like I said, keep the magazines out of the gun, keep the gun unloaded. You just don't want to be that guy having that guy or gal having a loaded gun. So when you walk into the gun store, if you're walking in by yourself, you walk in, you're gonna have your bag. You don't want to have the gun in your hand. You want to have it will say on the signs, holster unloaded or holster, keep it in the holster or in bag. It's very important that you pay attention to what's on the sign, but to avoid all that, just keep it unloaded, no mag, keep it in your bag and walk in with your bag as normal, your purse, your man purse, your water bottle, whatever. Walk in, have your bag in your hand, your box, whatever, walk in. You open the door, they're gonna know you're coming in, they're gonna see you before you walk in, they're gonna greet you, hey, yo, whatever, okay, hey, hi, how you doing? Walk up to the first person that greets you or walk up to the counter, request a lane, tell them you want to shoot. So most likely what's going to happen is they're going to ask you if you've ever been there before. Obviously you haven't, so you're going to probably sign some safety waiver and read some safety rules, whether it's done on a tablet nowadays or they have it written out. So read through, learn the safety rules, the safety commands, the ceasefire and all that stuff, because it will happen while you're there. Somebody might shoot the wrong target or shoot the target down and they got to ceasefire the range. So understand what that is. So read your safety, sign your waivers, and if you're there by yourself, let them know, hey, I'm a new shooter. Can I get some help? Most of the time, they're gonna help you. I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, you're there, you're paying them money to help out, to help you. So it's probably better that they help you get set up, and then they know to keep an eye out on you, which is very important for you as well as them. So you sign your waivers, you paid your money, and then let's see. So if you didn't bring your targets, here's a time where they're going to ask you, and you're going to pick some targets. A lot of times they have targets on the wall, or they have a book of targets. So pick through and decide what you want to what target you want to pick. And then, you know, targets aren't as cheap as they used to be, $1 or less. Now they're up to $2.50 per sheet of target. So pick your target, they'll help you set it up. A lot of times, I always go prepared. I have tape, I have everything. They usually give you a piece of cardboard some places, and you tape your target to that, and then you go and you hang it. I think the purpose of this is that you get that target lower away from the hanging device of the range, so that you're not shooting up so much and you're hitting their wires, or you're even hitting their equipment that hangs. A lot of places, if you shoot the ceiling tiles, if you shoot other things that aren't supposed to be shot, they will charge you, and they want to charge you. They may even kick you out. They may be very angry, rightfully so. So like I said, I prepare ahead of time. I bring these, they stay in my bag. I take my targets. If not, they're more than happy to help you. So another option is, when you start shooting, that $2 per target is going to get expensive fast. So Amazon always has a bunch of targets you could print out, or no, you can print out targets, from different websites. But Amazon, you can pick the different styles that you want. So just go on Amazon, go to Targets, USA Targets, or Target Sports USA. There's just a bunch of them. Midway has a bunch of targets, but Amazon's probably going to get you the fastest and the most simplest targets. They'll just pick what you want, save a little money, you know, buy a 30 pack for, you know, $15, as opposed to spending $2.50 every time you go. So now that we covered the targets, what you're gonna do next is okay, about mine. So another thing is, they're gonna probably ask you about your ammo. So here it comes back again to, don't buy the cheap ammo, because when you start buying steel case, cheaper imported ammo, a lot of it's steel core ammo or whatever, so the bullet itself is made out of steel. In a lot of ways, that they'll ask you what it is, and when you tell them the brand, usually they know. They may want to see it. Fine, open your bag, pull your magazine out, pull your box. It's probably a good idea to take a box with what ammo you're shooting. Show them the mag. Don't pull the fucking gun out. Don't be pulling the gun out with whatever. Open your bag. If your magazine's in here, take it out. Show them. They may want to look at it. Show them your box. This is the ammo, if you know off the top of your head. They claim that some of those bullets are magnetic, so the steel core, and they'll put it on there, and they don't want you shooting that stuff. I don't know exactly why, but I know that most of those ranges go in there once a week or so and reclaim the lead from the bullets. They clean up the range, and they take the lead out when it's hundreds, if not thousands of pounds, I would guess, and they recycle it, and they get money. So that's just another way to keep some more income. So if they have to sort through, which I think they're not doing, but you can understand that if you're going to be recycling something, and all of a sudden, I don't know, you have some steel where it should be lead, and you just don't want to deal with it. So save yourself some drama yourself, and some time that you don't get there, and then figure out you have the wrong ammo, and you have to buy their ammo, which isn't going to be as cheap as if you found it on your own. So that's always an option. The gun ranges do carry ammo, so you can buy their ammo, but it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So buy a decent quality ammo, and you should be able to shoot anywhere you go. But like I said, stay away from the cheap ammo. So you want to put on your safety before you walk in to the actual range. Before you cross the double doors, you're gonna want to go ahead and put your glasses on. If you're wearing something like these, it's a good idea usually to double up, put some of the foams or the plugs on first, and then put these on over, because it does get loud in there. You don't know who's shooting what, and you could be by somebody that's got the most obnoxious uh, the most obnoxious big caliber pistol with this extremely loud break on it, and they're shooting, and it's just rocking your head, and it's fucking obnoxious. So get ready before you walk in there. Double up if you can. If not, whatever, plugs will be just fine. Walk in the double doors, then just go ahead and uh, walk over to your lane. Set your bag up on your lane. Get your target set up. Hang your target, and then send it out to wherever you're gonna go. If you're a new shooter, even if you're not a new shooter, I suggest just starting 3 to 5 yards. You don't need to be a hero and try to send it all the way to the wall, 25 yards or whatever. Just send it to within 5 yards. That's the most common self-defense distances anyway. So just send it out 3 to 5 yards. Get set up. Go ahead and take this time then to start pulling your things out and arrange it. Take a couple of boxes of ammo out, set them off to the side. Take your magazines you're going to shoot, set them off to your side. If you're left-handed, set them off to the left. If you're right-handed, set them off to the right. Then take this time to pull your firearm out, keeping it pointed downrange at all times. You don't want to pull it out backwards or whatever, because most of the time they got glass back there and they're watching your every movement. So set your bag up, pull everything out, arrange it neatly, pull your gun out and set it down. Probably a good idea to take this time. Just go ahead and clear it, make sure there's nothing in there. So now you got a nice little work area to start. So once your target's out, get everything set up. Let's see, you got everything set up. Target's 3 to 5 yards. At this time, you're completely safe. Everybody's doing what they need to be doing. If they're there, they're helping you. If not, you're with somebody. Consider these things, even if they're telling you other things, like it's not a big deal. Consider these things for yourself when you go to set up. Keeping things organized will help you out, believe it or not. So get there, organize your things as you start to pull them out of your bag before you start shooting. Send your target down to where you want to start shooting. Make sure your equipment's on, your safety equipment. Make sure nobody's flagging you left or right. Then when you're ready and you're ready to go, take your firearm. And just for the sake of it, this will be a loaded mag. Load your mag properly, get your sight picture, and at this point you should have already been working on these things before you got to the range. So it should be no big deal to load your mag, insert it, rack it, or lock it back, insert it, and then send the slide forward. So you should already be ready. Your target's 3 to 5 yards. Just get to it, get your little sight picture, and then just start shooting. You don't need to be rapid firing, 1 shot at a time, 2 shots at a time. Get the feel of the gun. Have yourself a good time. Be safe. Safety is the most important thing. Always, when you're done, put that gun facing downrange. Never muzzle this gun anywhere, and be aware that brass does eject out of your firearm to the right most of the time, and it will hit the dividers, and that brass will either come back on you or the person that's standing behind you, and in some rare instances can get back into your firearm and cause a malfunction. But when that brass comes back and it hits you in your arm, your neck, down your shirt, your forehead, in between your hat, on your glasses, and burns you, very important not to freak the fuck out and flail this gun everywhere with your damn finger on the trigger. Be an adult, man up, woman up, put that gun down with your finger off, immediately remove your finger off that trigger. Don't flail everywhere. Finger off the trigger, drop that gun, deal with the brass. At this point in life, I just deal with it. I've been shooting, it's been on my glasses, it's been burning, and I finish out what I'm doing, holster up, and then deal with it. It could be a little overwhelming the first time it happens and scary because you probably don't know what it is. But rest assured, it's just hot brass, and it is extremely hot, and it will burn you. It will leave a scar. Wife's got them on her forehead. I've been burnt. I've been burnt everywhere. I've seen people burn and almost flag the hell out of me. So uh, that's probably another real important tip. Be careful with the hot brass. Like I said, when that brass hits you, finger off the trigger immediately. Set the gun down, finger off the trigger, and then just deal with it. So take all this into consideration. If there's anything I left out, feel free to let me know. What other things you suggest? What other things you do? But stay tuned for the next video. I think it'll be on how to prepare for your first class. So if you have anything else you want to know, just go ahead and ask. I'm going to continue these videos weekly if possible. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.